Welcome to Popular Pixel, and again this week we're gonna try and play the game that I was doing last week. Had some technical difficulties last week, and as most of you probably already know, I've been having some of these technical difficulties going on now for a while. I have now purchased some, well, I say some equipment, and really it's a cord that allows me to do the streaming. And I did a test earlier this week, and it seemed to have worked just fine. So we're going to give it a good test this time and see what happens here. So I don't really know how to say this, but the Bokon Tua Ipatsu, we're going to be hitting this game up. It's a cute 'em up for the Sega Saturn. It was also on the PlayStation, I believe, both in Europe as well as in Japan. Looks like it is based off an anime, but I know nothing about the intellectual property. So I will also be skipping over the introduction on this game because I am worried that it might get hit with a copyright strike, and we don't want to have that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get into the game here. And I think I might actually, my mic be a little bit hot. So I'm going to get that turned down just slightly here. So that way we don't get too many spikes. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get into this game. It's technically a first play, but I guess it's really not a first play at the same time, mainly because, again, I played it for a couple of minutes last week before it crashed on me. But I am getting right now some excellent strength reports coming back from YouTube, as I did with the test that I did earlier in the week, and I think we should be good to go here. I may have some delays on the camera. I don't know because I haven't done any testing on the camera, but we'll see how that goes. But I think we'll be pretty good here. So I know very little about this game. I do know you get to kind of pick your character and kind of fly around and shoot as you do with most shoot 'em ups. I'm gonna let this play for a second as long as the music doesn't kick in. Okay, that's right. Yeah, the guy that suggested this, he said it was the villains that you play as, which is definitely an interesting twist for a game. I wish I knew what they were saying, but I really appreciate when they used to have drawn cutscenes in video games rather than using CGI to show what was going on. I really do miss that. I think probably in recent times, the last time that I remember them doing that was with the what was it, the DS or the 3DS with that Castlevania game. But I don't know if that's really the case or not. But let's get into it here. Wow. This one looks kind of the derpiest, but it looks like it might be one of the best. I'm not sure. We'll see. Last time I took a thing that looked kind of like a skull. I don't know which character it was that I was playing as, but it was a pretty neat-looking vehicle anyways. It almost looks like I'm shooting little arrows with this thing. Definitely has an arcade feel to it, as I was also... Whoa, Nelly. Very floaty controls, though. I don't know if I like that too much. And some things I can shoot, some things I can't. Like, oh, there goes a tree. But these trees don't seem to take any effect at all. Okay, so it's the bushes that I can shoot down. Oh, no, see? That tree shot down. So some trees you can shoot, some you can't. I don't get that. Like this one, you can hit them, but it's not actually doing anything to the tree. The weapon that I currently have is kind of interesting here. I've got two little critters that are kind of coming, whoa, Nelly, coming along with me. Oh, he went down pretty quick. Now, I saw him drop something too, but I don't know if there's any way of recovering that now that he's dropped on top of it. Alright, I don't know if that guy is even supposed to die. He sure is taking a lot of hits, though. A lot of distraction coming my way. A lot of things going on the screen here. Oh, dang. So yeah, it is very hard to keep track of what's going on. And then some of those are, again, my little creatures that are helping me fire, and I think they're enemies, and I try dodging out of the way. But that is a lot of firepower, that's for sure. Did we both die? Oh, no. So I'm collecting these skulls. I see I have 36 of them up there in the corner. I don't know exactly what that is, but I wonder maybe if there's going to be a bonus stage or something that I'm going to be able to use those on later. Dang. I don't even know where my health... Oh, wait a minute. There it is. I was going to say I don't know where my health is at. It's very hard to see. I'll bet on the PlayStation version it's probably a little bit easier because they use this fake transparency on the Sega Saturn. Alright, so I guess these pigs are watching me battle somebody eventually. Maybe. Huh. Is this a bad copy of the game? Dude, that sucks. See, I guess there would have been an advantage to actually play the game straight through for a little bit before doing a first play, and this would be the case. Huh. That really stinks. It's funny because I was actually playing a game. Oh, there we go. That was a long load time, or was that because of a bad sector in the CD, maybe? Now, I am playing this off of an installation and not... See, there it goes again. It's not actually playing off the CD, but if it recorded those errors, I wonder... All right. So, anyways, yesterday, well, it might not have been yesterday, but a couple days ago, Playmagic had actually put out a notice of some of the changes that they have made to the the operating system and some different things. One of them was that the Genesis version of FX Unit Yuki now works. So I was playing that last night. I got up to the final boss, well, I should say the final stage, and I decided to kill myself off so that way I had a full roster of lives to be able to take the boss on. Oh, now the music has stopped completely. So anyways, that game crashed on me as well, so I wonder either this game itself may not be fully compatible or the disc itself has a problem. That sucks. I might have to check out the PlayStation version of this and see what happens. Well, so much for trying that as a first play. I guess we'll just go ahead and switch gears here. Continue with the Polymega Sunday. We'll actually hit up a different game. I've been playing a few different ones. I've actually been messing around with the patches as of lately, and I've been I found out that, of course, they have in fact made some corrections. Let me pop my memory stick in. They have made some changes to the patching system, so that way they could block out the use of unauthorized ROMs. And this was something that they were talking about now for a while. They didn't do it in the last update. I thought they had, but it didn't actually appear. I guess not this most recent update. So 1.10 or 1.010. I can't remember exactly how it is that they have it set up right now. Where unauthorized ROMs were not running. There are few exceptions still to that. Let me see. Let me go to Super Mario 3. So this one. Okay, so obviously this one still works. It's Super Mario Brothers Special for one of the was it the PC something or other, some Japanese computer game where Nintendo had licensed out the Super Mario Brothers name, and they made a Mario Brothers game for this PC. So there are a lot of changes. The game itself on the actual PC console that it was made for was horrible. Sorry, I was trying to listen. I thought I heard the music being different there, but it wasn't. They couldn't actually do scrolling on this PC. So you would go from screen to screen instead of scrolling like it is here. And that's why I like this version of the game, is because it actually gives you the correct scrolling. You'll notice the color of the background is off a little bit. And that was done on purpose by the hacker of this, because they were wanting to get it to kind of match up a little bit with the PC version. And then you'll see here the Hudson B, because it was actually licensed out to Hudson. So anyways, some of the ROMs do still work. I mean, if you do the ROM hack, I should say, it's turning the ROMs into IPS patches. Most of the NES ones that I've tried work just fine. But pretty much any of the other consoles, they figured out a way to make it so that no longer works, essentially. I don't know if it's for just the IPS or if it's some of the other versions of patches that they also support. My guess is it has to be able to see that the header maybe is the same. I don't know exactly how it works. Oh, I can't reach that anyways. But yeah, they did a good job about, you know, blocking that, and I can't blame them for doing that, because part of their marketing for this console, of course, is that in the future you'll be able to download ROMs, games that they're able to license out and, you know, pay royalty for or whatnot. they'll be able to get people to purchase ROMs from that store and be able to play them on the Polymega, which is an awesome idea. Which is, of course, one of the reasons why the Genesis version of FX Unit Yuki is now working. They're, I guess, wanting to do the Genesis version of FX Unit Yuki on the console before they do the TurboGrafx version of it, which I find quite interesting because the TurboGrafx version is better. But I do like the Genesis version. I didn't like it. I didn't like playing it on my Sega Genesis. It was so difficult. I don't know what it was, but now that it's on the Polymega, I didn't have any trouble. So I think it might have something to do with, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to guess, but now that I was using the same controller, Sega Genesis controller, because I did have to use my module for the Genesis since it's not able to be installed yet. But it ran pretty good except for that one crash that I ran into. I'm going to give it a shot again today if I have some time. Play through it and see if I can get it to crash again. If it does, obviously I'll get it reported. But it may have just been a fluke thing. Otherwise, it may be something that they still have to work on. We'll see. I do enjoy being able to play levels that I'm not used to in Super Mario Brothers, which is, again, one of the reasons why I like playing this version of it. It's been a while since I played this. I played it for a little bit, fairly recently, but I didn't play through the entire thing. This version of the hack actually is quite a bit better than the one I used to own on cartridge. I don't know if it's by the same guy or if it just happens to be a later version of the hack that I did have that someone put on a cartridge for me so I could play it on my NES. But man, that was also a good, I don't know, 11 years ago. So I could definitely see the changes that they made if it is the same person. Otherwise, maybe someone tackled it and tried to improve upon this hack. So how you guys out there doing today anyways? Hope everything's going well for you this Sunday. Whoa, Nelly. I used to know where like a whole bunch of the hidden stuff was in this. I was actually going through and making maps for GameFAQs on each of the stages, but I ended up not doing that. I have released a map pack on what did I just say? GameFAQs for a Sega Master System game. Actually, it's one of my favorite Master System games out there called Cyborg Hunter. So I did a map mainly just because I wanted to have something that I could go back to and get through the game even quicker, because I haven't memorized the maps in that and know where everything is, but now that I have it laid out and submitted to GameFAQs, I'm able to, dang it boy, able to get through it a lot easier by pulling that map up. Oh, that was a troll. Got some friends coming over a little bit later today. I'm going to play some Card Fighters Clash with him. Again, for those of you who may not know it, I created a tabletop version of the Card Fighters Clash. I've even released an expansion pack to it. I haven't even purchased the expansion pack myself yet. So that's one of the things that I'm going to do with this guy that's coming over. We're going to play through the regular game so he can learn the rules, and then we're going to add the expansion to it so I can do some good in-depth testing rather than just going off of what I think was going to be appropriate. So I hope everything worked out the way I hope that I planned it anyways. So anyways, I'm going to be doing that. Recently, I also picked up a Oculus Quest 2. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played with the Oculus Quest. As a matter of fact, I have it sitting right here. Just got it the other day. I've already set it up for developer mode, so I was able to put unsigned properties on there. I don't remember exactly what they call it, but it allows me to run code that normally is not allowed by Android. I didn't even realize that this was an Android device. I should have probably guessed that it was. But it's also, I guess it must be owned by Facebook because it has some major Facebook integration into it, and you have to have a Facebook account in order to actually get the Quest running, which to me, unfortunately, kind of sucks because I really don't like Facebook. But man, this thing is awesome. It's way better than the PlayStation VR. I know Sony was talking about how they were going to be doing an update on the PlayStation VR for the PlayStation 5. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do know that that this thing it's pretty sweet. I'm thinking about going ahead and probably getting rid of my PlayStation VR. I don't know if I'm going to sell it or if I'm just going to put it back in its box and stick it in the closet, because being able to play VR games wirelessly, oh my gosh, it's amazing. And the way this one does it, where it sets it up for you, where you kind of draw out your boundaries, so that way if you get close to the boundaries, like a warning will pop up on the screen with this red grid. And then if you go outside the boundaries, the game itself will pause. And then the camera will turn on. This thing has like a built-in camera, so the game will pause, and it'll show you your surroundings, almost like as if you were playing some augmented reality or something. So there is, I guess, a potential for augmented reality, but the camera is very low quality, so I doubt they would ever do anything like that. It's basically just there for setting up different things. But I may even do a video on that at some point, because it is pretty amazing. One of the things, though, that I started to get to, one of the things that I downloaded for it was a Virtual Boy emulator. Oh my goodness, that thing is awesome. I love the Virtual Boy. I know I'm probably in the minority here. There's a lot of people that just absolutely hate the Virtual Boy. But I was going through. Oh crap! Oh good. I was going through and playing some Virtual Boy games the other day, and man, it felt like I was playing. Oh, dang it! It felt like I was playing the Virtual Boy. Well, oh, there it is. And yeah, I mean, it's really cool the way they have it set up. I might even start looking into some of the other emulators that are on there. Even just watching videos on this thing is fun. Whether or not it's a 3D video, oh, another troll. Not quite as bad because it didn't actually kill me. But some of the 360 videos and things like that. So it's pretty sweet. They even have a port of Doom on there. Oh, dang, that sucks. Oh, ha! That's awesome, never mind. Try to do this again. There we go. I love that. Instead of wasting time and going through the whole stage. But they have a port of Doom. Now, someone went through, I think, and rebuilt it because it's a 3D engine. I don't know if it was maybe using the Quake engine or something like that. I tried playing that one last night. I don't think I downloaded everything the way I was supposed to. So, I didn't get a chance to play that last night. But they also have a version of Doom 3 for the VR on there. And I think this will be really a good test for me because I do get motion sick. The PlayStation VR was really bad about making me motion sick. There were very few games that I could play without getting motion sick. Games like Beat Saber, obviously you're pretty stationary, and that didn't bother me. But some of the other mans. Hey, welcome, Quick Man. First time in the stream, awesome. Thanks for dropping by. Hey, if you have any questions or something you want to see thrown at me, the game I was planning on playing today, as you probably saw in the thumbnail and in the description, unfortunately did not pan out. The game froze up on me, and well, that game is just. I think I have a bad copy of it. So, anyways, throw anything out there if this is something you want to see. I'm just kind of turning this into essentially, dang, dude, into a Polymega stream, just straight up Polymega. So right now, what I'm doing is I have a patch applied to this game, but it's a non-legit patch. So I'll be showing a little bit more of the non-legitimate patches, how they are now not working. Playmagic has fixed some of that stuff. So, anyways, that's what you got as far as that goes. But I was just talking about my Oculus Quest here. I did start doing some filming to try to get that other video out that I was talking about earlier the week. For any of you who happen to have caught that, anyways, I finished up my Mortal Kombat arcade cabinet that I was building, and I would love to be able to share that with all of you. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Probably don't have any. Oh, I do. I didn't think there would be something that quickly. So anyways, yeah, I would like to get that video finished up. Because I love it. I love the cabinet. It really came out better than my expectations, actually. I did throw a few older of my videos up on the page as well regarding some of the arcade-related stuff that I have built. I thought it would just be nice to kind of throw those up on the page and get them off of an old channel that I really didn't use as a channel. It was mostly just stuff that I would use to show to people, friends, relatives, that kind of thing. Oh, okay, so that's new for this hack. That is awesome. I say for this hack, obviously, but it was present in the original Hudson game, where they kind of brought back some of the Mario Brothers stuff. So those icicles from the Mario Brothers game, I'm probably sure you recognize that, for any of you who are into old school gaming. Would be nice to see some of the fighter flies. Oh, well, there's the crabs. Sidesteppers, I think they were called. Oh, dang, they just keep coming. Can I step on them? Ah, of course. Had to try it, because I didn't know. So you gotta kick a shell at them, hit them with fireballs, something like that. Yeah, well, hey, I can go ahead and go over to my Saturn stuff. As a matter of fact, let me do that. I'm gonna save my game real quick here. So I would like to get through the rest of this game at some point here too, because I have not seen everything in that. But I might have some Saturn stuff that that you might have not heard of before, and we can. I'm sorry, I keep looking over at my computer, so we can take a look at that. Just let me know if there's something that interests you here. Yeah, for sure. So anyways, I have all of my Saturn games here all in one page. So if you want to take a look at them, again, let me know. We got Albert Odyssey Astral, which is one of those amazing games on the Saturn. It's one of the games that kind of got me back into the Saturn many years later, because I remember playing that when I was in high school. Astro Superstars Battle Arena Toshinden Remix, Blazing Dragons. That was an interesting, kind of boring game, but it definitely was interesting back in the day. Same thing with Brain Dead 13. I had that on the PlayStation back when I was in high school. But Brain Dead 13 is kind of a Dragon's Lair kind of style game, but you have a lot more freedom as far as choosing where to go throughout the mansion. Let's see, Breakpoint Tennis, Bug. I thought I had Bug 2 on here. I guess I haven't installed that one. Capcom Generations. Now, this one, of course, is specifically for the Ghouls and Ghost games. Choanika, I can't even pronounce it, but Choanika. This one, this one's a strange game. Let me just put it that way. If you've never seen this game before, it is a shoot 'em up. But you play like Muscular Man, or you play a female goddess, and you fly around and fight these people. As you can see, it's interesting. It's a weird game. We got some Macross, Clockwork Knight. Again, Clockwork Knight 2. I thought I had that one on here. College Slam, Corpse Killer, Daytona USA. Daytona USA Championship Edition, Doom, Double Switch, which I do have. I believe it worked. I have a copy of Doom for the 32X. There was a hack that was released called Doom Resurrection. I have that on here as well, that kind of fixes some of the problems that Sega wasn't able to fix because they were so rushing trying to get it out. It puts the rest of the stages in that were missing, and then fixes like the music and that sort of thing. So there's that. We got Double Switch. We got Dragon Force, Dungeons and Dragons Collection. Oh man, those were great arcade games. FIFA Soccer, Gex, Golden Axe the Duel, which again, if you're not familiar, it is a one-on-one fighting game. In the Hunt, Independence Day, really crappy game, but I bought it for like 99 cents, so that was pretty cool. Kikyo Flying Squadron 2, which is actually mostly not even a shooter, it's a platformer. Magic Knight, Ray Earth, and I haven't even really gotten into this. I've got several RPGs on here that I've not really spent any time on, but I really need to. Mega Man 8, Mega Man X3 and X4, Mortal Kombat 2 Trilogy, and then NBA Jam Tournament Edition, which does not work properly unless they've gotten around to fixing some of those errors. NFL Quarterback Club, NHL Power Play 96, Night Warriors, Nights to Dreams, again, amazing game. Panzer Dragoon, another wonderful game. Panzer Dragoon Saga. I would like to put some more time into this one as well. I'm not having a whole lot of fun with it. To me, it doesn't feel like a great RPG, but some people even swear by it and say it's their favorite RPG of all time. Parodius, Pebble Beach Golf, that game sucks. Power Slave, here's another one of those games that was kind of ahead of its time. It's a first-person shooter, but it's a lot like, what was that called, Metroid Prime, where it's kind of an open world. It's not really open world, open dungeon. You have to go around, collect items, go back into certain areas and that kind of thing. But because of the way the motion is with this game, it has a lot of swaying and stuff, it makes me motion sick, unfortunately. Rampage World Tour, Road Rash, great game. Robotica, another game. It's not a super game, but I have so much nostalgia for that one. I enjoy going back and playing it. Super Bomberman. Still haven't beaten through everything. Oh no! And after the update, I lost my game save for that one. That really sucks. Sega Ages, Volume 1. We've got Sega Rally, Shinobi Legends, another great Shinobi game. I love it. Sonic Jam. And I heard with Sonic Jam that they actually went back and reprogrammed. You're not actually running ROMs on that thing. They actually had to reprogram those games for the Saturn. So one of these days, that's another thing I want to go back and take a look at. Strawl, it's another one of those Dragon's Lair kind of games. I am not good at that one whatsoever. Street Fighter Alpha 1 and 2. We've got the Street Fighter Collection, which also has Alpha Gold. Street Fighter Alpha 03, so that's the Japanese. That one was only released in Japan for some reason. We got Street Fighter the movie. I love that game, again, even though a lot of people hate it. Let me see, some Sega Rally Championship would be fun, probably really? Okay. Next, Scud Race. Now, I've heard a lot about Scud Race. It looked amazing. I've never actually gotten a chance to play that. I believe that one was only released in the arcades, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been on the Dreamcast. But yeah, I want to check that game out. Super Tempo, which unfortunately I don't feel is even as good as the first Tempo. Tetris Plus, House of the Dead, and then of course the Bokon Tua Ipatsu that I was trying to play today. Time Gal, Mortal Kombat 3, Virtua Cop 2. Cannot wait to do a stream that involves the gun games. Man, that's going to be awesome. Virtua Fighter 2, Virtua Fighter Remix, Virtua Racing, Virtual Hydolite. Again, Virtual Hydolite, that's another one that has a special place in my heart. I want to go back. I want to learn how to play through that game so I can get through that game in like 45 minutes when I remember where I have to go. It's been about 10 years since I've really played it, though. Waku Waku 7, amazing Neo Geo game. World Series Baseball, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and X-Men Children of the Atom. Let's see. Street Fighter, the movie Legendary, actually plays a lot better than most people give it credit for. I agree. I completely agree. I am not a fan. I mean, the animation, obviously, when you go from Street Fighter Alpha with, you know, those beautiful hand-drawn sprites that they made, those graphics like that, the animation in the Alpha series was so great. And then it felt like they took a step back with Street Fighter, the movie. But obviously, they wanted to do something that was going to kind of help fill in kind of like the Mortal Kombat, craze that was going on, but I still rather enjoy it. Scud Racer never did get a port. Okay, I was wondering about that. It was planned for the Dreamcast, never happened, which is really, like you said, it's too bad, because I love those style of games. Scud Race to me did kind of look like it might have been, very similar to, oh crap, what's that? Like the Cruisin' USA kind of style racer mixed with a little bit of Daytona USA. I do believe it's running off the Daytona engine, if I'm not mistaken. But so let's go ahead and get the Sega Rally going. I'm not great at this game. I was much better on the Xbox version than I was on the Saturn one. As a matter of fact, it was one of the first games that I bought on the Xbox because it was such a beautiful game. Oh, I think our visitors are here. I didn't think they were coming until later in the evening. Unless that's somebody else. Anyways, I'm going to continue doing this for a little bit here. And let's go to championship. I should be able to, let's automatic. I should be able to get through the time trial, which usually is never a problem for me. But actually beating some of the AI racers, man, it's hard. What about you on the Saturn? Have you played this game on the Saturn? Because I am curious as to how well... Oh, wrong button? That sucks. Looked like I was trying to go. How well or how good are you at this game on the Saturn? I did see that you had messaged something here. I can't look at it quite at the moment, so I'll finish up this race before I take a look at that. Okay, nope, that wasn't our visitors that we were expecting. I guess it must be a neighbor that popped on by. So I'm good as far as time goes right now. Oh, come on, man, get off. All right. Oh, really? Okay, so it plays quite a bit more quite a bit different from Daytona USA. Yeah, I mean, for sure, this version of Sega Rally is very impressive for the time, and they obviously took a lot more care and time when putting this one together. They didn't rush it like they did with Daytona. The pop-in, if you look in the distance, you can notice some pop-in, but oh, dang it, I had an itch on my nose and that made me crash. But you don't really notice it in this game, nowhere near as much as you do with Daytona. My goodness, Daytona's bad on this console. They did correct some of that with the Champion Edition, and improved upon it a little bit, but they also, you know, broke other things. Like I know the oh my gosh, I'm doing horrible here. The frame rate is a little bit better, but not by much. And I also hated that they took the little theme song out of it. If I remember correctly, they took the theme song out of it, though. Crap. See? I really suck at this game. Ryu the Burninator. Hey, how you doing there, man? Yeah, you know, again, back when the Saturn came out, though, my brother purchased the Saturn, and you know we had Daytona on there, of course. Let me actually see here. I do feel like popping into some Daytona now. When I was younger, when the Saturn came out, no matter how bad it was, I still loved it on the Saturn. You know, it was something that we weren't used to back in that day. You know, an arcade style racer with graphics like this. It's just not something that we had. So it is what we had, and I really enjoyed it. I am so sorry, my nose won't stop itching. That was a nice thing that of not having the camera there for a while, that I could scratch my nose without any issue. Okay, yeah, check out that pop in. Whoa, 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 what's going on? Come on. Ah! I was holding the wrong button. It was just my rolling start that had me moving. I'm actually, just so that you know, I'm using the Super Nintendo ASCII pad to play this right now. It's actually my controller of choice when it comes to the Polymega for the most part. Obviously, with some Sega games or fighting games, I will switch over to either the Saturn pad or the Genesis pad. But the Super Nintendo ASCII pad allows me to have rapid fire on all the buttons, so it comes in handy, especially on my TurboGrafx PC Engine games, so I can have rapid fire on all the buttons and not just on button 1 and 2 in that case. Now, I was actually watching a video fairly recently concerning this game. The music, from what I understand, this song came into play because Sega was wanting to fight back a little bit against Namco with Ridge Racer, and you know, Ridge Racer had amazing music, so they wanted kind of a techno-sounding song for this game, and I you know what, is as weird as the song actually sounds, I love it. Again, it's one of those things that kind of got me, and because of nostalgia, I'm now I love the song. I'm stuck on it. Oh, get off the wall. Yeah, that wasn't good. I almost pulled the Dale Earnhardt there. Wow, dude. I'm definitely not gonna pass this. That was another thing, though. You know, obviously this was an arcade racer. That sucks. This was an arcade racer, so it played like the arcade. There was very little that they changed on it. So It was weird. I can't remember if it was it this one. I'm thinking it was where there was a code where you can be a horse and run around on the track. And it's funny because with the new Cruisin' game, Cruisin', I don't remember the name of it for the Nintendo Switch. They have a horse in it or a unicorn that you can play as, and I felt that was really an awesome kind of throwback. Even though it's not a Sega game, they still kind of did. There's also a shark that you can be, so that was really really odd. Um, they went full Eurodance techno in the Sega Touring Car Championship. Did they? We had Daytona Machine at the Arcade Family Center. Worked at. Oh my gosh, yeah. I love the arcade version of Daytona. And I remember the first time that I saw Daytona 2 pop up in the arcades. Man, that game just blew me away. It was amazing. Um, I think there was another one that I was gonna. You know what? You know what? We're on racing. Let's just do it. Again, the Switch version of this game, I love. But I do also have the Genesis version of Virtua Racing, whatever it's called. Genesis and 32X. Silhouette Mirage, no, no, I have not. Daytona, I mean, man, they did a great job there. Yeah, there was a lot of a track to that. I know Killer Instinct kind of did something like that where they kind of hid their volume though. They made it sound like it wasn't very loud, so that way when the owners of the shop were setting the volume of the game, it sounded like it was in the right place. But then all of a sudden, you get the screaming announcer yelling about the combos and things like that, and how it just got louder and kind of resonated through the entire arcade. I love that. Speaking of Killer Instinct, from what I understand, there's going to be a Killer Instinct arcade one-up cabinet, uh, which was funny because I said if there ever was an arcade one-up cabinet for Killer Instinct, I would buy it. I didn't think they would actually do it, but I would love to be able to actually build my own cabinet for Killer Instinct now that they've kind of made that announcement. It's actually the same design that my Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet would be that I just finished up on, because it was the same midway style cabinet, of course. So I don't know. I probably won't end up actually building another cabinet of that style, but I love me some Killer Instinct. Where are my view buttons? There we go. This again, the Virtua Racer was kind of a technical marvel in itself too. I remember the first time I played this game. We were at a mall. There was a virtual reality center in this mall that we went to. Of course, we went in to play some virtual reality games. Obviously, those were pretty pricey to pay. But we went in there to play those. But they had I think it was a 4 cab, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been a 2 cab of this game set up. And I was like, man, I've never heard about this game. This is a Sega game? And oh man, it blew me away. These 3D graphics were amazing back then. Of course, the Saturn version of it obviously is toned down quite a bit, so it's nowhere really near the same experience. But it was still a beautiful game with all the flat shading that they had on here. I am wrecking it up pretty good. Yeah, again, I am not going to be able to come in first place on this one. It also happens because I don't know what the controlling is on these games until I start playing them, because I don't play them very often. No, get off! I even tried braking there, and that didn't seem to help. Yeah, fifth place. That sucks. Oh, Shao Kahn. Yeah. Yep, I remember that. Wow. All right. So you were born in '99. So you at least got a chance to see some of these classic games and grew to enjoy them. That's awesome. My son, who's only 5 years old. Let's see. I keep looking over there. I'm used to that being over there. My son, who is 5 years old, he really enjoys these old games. Most of the time, he likes watching me play them, and he's not quite agile enough to be able to play many of them himself. But he likes watching me play some of the really old uh, games. One of them that he's gotten hooked on, and I mentioned this in my test run after getting my new setup here. When I was playing Sim City, he wanted me to play that, so I figured I'd use that as a benchmark to see how the stream was going. And I see the stream now doesn't seem like it's been having any kind of hiccup at all, and it tells me I'm having an excellent connection still. So I am very excited about that. But let me pop in here. I don't know which ones I deleted, which ones I still have. So let's see. I'm gonna go to play, select patch. Oh, I do still have them. Okay, so I believe Ghouls and Ghosts does work on this one, but it doesn't work well. No, it's booting the wrong game, or the wrong game that I thought it was supposed to. It's actually booting the proper game. So let me get out of that one. Let's remove that patch. Darius Plus, I think that one works. Yeah. See, it boots up that one. I suck at Darius. So this one, the IPS patching system still works. That's all I wanted to do, is just test that real quick. They have added some new filters. Again, I'm still not a fan. I thought it was going to be awesome. I'll show that to you here in a second too. But it just, I don't know, it didn't work very well. No one, I wonder if Darius Alpha. Let me try that one real quick. I'm pretty sure I already tried it, but yeah, that one just crashes. So again, they have made some corrections, and as they should. I mean, again, they're in this to make money, not to allow people to play whatever ROM that they want to. Let's see, Aero Blasters. I think this does not boot into Aero Blasters. No. So that one also doesn't work. Let me see here. Go to Darkwing Duck. And, whoop, I should go this way. Let's just throw Boxy Boy on there. Looks like this. No, it's Darkwing Duck still. That's awesome. I'm glad that you are able to enjoy some of those older games too. You know, it's hard for some people to kind of grasp those games, get into them, that sort of thing. But I, for one, I love the older games, but I grew up with them, so you know how that goes. Matthew George, hey there, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I think we need a new Outrun game for the arcades. Oh, dude, that'd be sweet. and ports for the new system. Sega mentioned looking into it a couple years back. Really? Yeah, Outrun again. I could even go into that one here. Going back to the Saturn stuff that we were looking at under the, was it Sega Ages? I think it's on here. Yeah. But again, I suck at some of those older arcade style racers. There were some that I was good at. Cruisin' USA, the cruising games, man, those were my games. Those were my jams. Um, but no, Space Harrier, Afterburner, Outrun. Um, I know when they have tried to reboot some of the older games like Outrun, I was not a fan of some of the Outrun sequels. Um, what was it? There was, I'm trying to remember. Was it on the Genesis? There was like this weird Outrun game on it.
Ready?
I don't remember. It's been so long since I've played many of the Outrun games. Okay, good. So I got the right button here this time. There's my brake. These super scrolling games, though, are just amazing. I know there was... How do I... Oh, there's my gears. Dang it. There was a small, I guess, development company. I don't know if it was just one guy or if it was several people that were working on making kind of an arcade throwback to Outrun. I don't know whatever happened to that or if it ever materialized. I would have liked to have seen it though, or even a game that would be similar to the Cruisin' USA style, the Sega Rally, you know, the old polygonal racers of the arcade. Dang, she's dead. But yeah, I really suck at this game. Suppose if I spent enough time, I probably could get the hang of it. Wow, I did really bad this time around. I've never done that. Well, I can't say never done that bad. Usually I get several more levels into the game. Skate Soup, yeah. As far as preventing people from being able to jump on there and do that, and it's a smart move on their part. It really is, because I mean it's what's one of the things that kind of attracted me to the console. I really hated it when Nintendo went away from being able to purchase those games. Now, I got tired of, by the time the Wii U came out, I got tired of purchasing some of the same games. And it's just, and I think Nintendo realized that. That's why they started doing it as well, not free service, but part of their online service. But I'd like to have a home console where I can have all of my old school games on, and that's really what attracted me to it. And then for those games that I can't afford to buy, I would like to be able to purchase them for $5 or whatever the case may be, so that I can play them on here. It's really really a cool idea. Cruisin', again, since you're talking about the Cruisin' USA games, I would love actually to see a Cruisin' collection on the Switch, especially now that they have the Cruisin' Blast game. I've already unlocked just about everything in that game, but I would love to be able to go back and play the arcade perfect versions of that, but also to have the N64 versions on there as well, just as an option. I don't know if Nintendo would ever get around to doing something like that, but it would be awesome. So Quickman, huge fan of the Yakuza series, which taught me that I'm a great at Outrun, but terrible at Space Harrier. See, now Space Harrier, that's my game. That was the one that I really gravitated towards. Well, that one and Afterburner, of course, at the arcades. Man, I sucked at Afterburner, but especially with the environmental cab, where you can get that thing kind of flipping around and stuff. Obviously, it's nothing like some of the games that came later, but being able to kind of move back and forth, it was an awesome arcade game. an experience that you couldn't get at home. And that's really what the arcades always have been about. And unfortunately, arcades nowadays, to me, just, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. Um, but the games are just way too expensive to play, and the games are so short. Let me see. Matthew George, doing great here in the UK. Outrun 2 was a massive step forward. Controls were great. Sequel could be a hit for Sega. All of my mates and fans are fans of this game. Pre-ordered a Polymega, can't wait. That's awesome. Yeah, and speaking of Polymega pre-orders, I love that ship that had been just kind of sitting out there in the water for so long finally has made it, and they're starting to ship those out now. I'm sure any of you who are Polymega fans, you probably kind of have already heard about some of that. I know my brother still hasn't gotten his yet, and he was in there within the first couple of days on the pre-order, so I don't know why his hasn't gone out. I don't know exactly how they're handling the pre-orders on this, but I wish that they would, get his pre-order out as well. It kind of sucks that he was in there within the first day or two, and he hasn't even gotten a notification for shipping on his. Let me see here. Quick Man, I'd love to collect Neo Geo games, for example. I love fighting games in 90s. SNK were the kings, but the prices are just insane. Dude, I totally agree. The last couple of months, I actually started selling off my Neo Geo AES. I actually sold my MVS as well. I got fed up with it. I didn't play the AES games. It didn't look good hooked up to the modern TV. I just got tired of it. But when it came to Neo Geo CD, that was just so much more accessible now, and it looks beautiful on the Polymega. I do have the Neo Geo X controllers. I've added some weight, wheel weights basically, inside of the controller to give it more heft so that it feels more like the AES controllers. And when I play the games here on my Polymega, I absolutely love it. It feels like I'm playing the AES, but with the souped up graphics. Not graphics, but connectors. My Neo Geo, I had modded it, so I had component, composite, and S video. But even then, on modern TVs, it still did not look great. So they look so much better on the old CRT TVs, and I got rid of my CRT TV. And basically, after I got rid of my CRT, I no longer played my Neo Geo. It kind of sucked. But yeah, so I have the entire collection of Neo Geo games on here for the CD, of course. So yeah, it's awesome. Let me see. I would like to see some of the like you're talking about there, Skate Soup. Some of the Neo Geo stuff. They could easily emulate Neo Geo. Obviously, even if they don't ever get a module for it, to be able to put some Neo Geo games on here, it would be pretty easy for them to do, or other arcade games for that matter. So yeah, Outrun 2 did really well here. Couldn't tell you why outside of it being a great game. It was even in the airport when I went to Australia. Interesting. If he's really early September 2018, he and actually Skate Soup, he's emailed them several times and hasn't gotten a response back from them. So it's really kind of concerning. I know they probably get a ton of emails, and they probably don't even see all of the emails. Maybe every once in a while they go through and purge it. I don't know exactly what's going on though. But yeah, he has not gotten any notification, and he's asked them, saying, hey, when am I going to be a part of this shipment? Because the last one that I saw, someone on Facebook, they had mentioned they had ordered September 18th, and they got their notification that it's being shipped out. So yeah. But yeah, liking the good weighty arcade sticks. I completely agree. You don't like that thing sliding around when you're trying to use it. That's another thing that I would like to actually do, is I feel like building a Neo Geo arcade cabinet. I know I just got rid of my MVS, but I would like to build one that houses all the Neo Geo games, including the CD games that were specific to the console. I think that would be awesome. Yeah, you know, maybe that's not a bad idea. He does not, I don't believe he does Instagram. I think he does Twitter. I know he doesn't do Instagram because usually I'm giving him the updates on Instagram when it comes through on Play Maji stuff. So let's go into the Saturn here real quick. Hit up some Doom. Okay, the patch is not selected. So we're going to go into this and I'm going to turn the volume of this up a little bit so you can kind of hear the difference and see the difference. Okay, so anyways, for any of you who have not seen Doom on the 32X, you can hear that kind of grating music. Oh, man. So, what I'm going to do now, let me exit out of here, and we're going to apply a patch. Now, this patch was actually, let me see, where did I put it? Did I put it at the top? Maybe I did. Hmm. Well, where is it? I accidentally deleted it. That sucks. Now, I did have some problems with the patch, and that's probably why. Dang nabbit. Anyways, this resurrection patch that they had created, it fixed the music. It added extra stages to the game. But the problem was the patch was created for the PAL version of the game, which I don't own the PAL version. So I had to kind of fudge that. I had to take the US version and the PAL version. I had to kind of merge them together as its own IPS patch, and then I had to take the actual patch for Resurrection and merge that together. So it created some errors, but I was able to at least, I guess, experience some of it. So dang, yes, now I remember. Actually, some of the sound effects were really messed up. You would hear monsters when you weren't supposed to, gunshots and that sort of thing, which made it really hard to actually play Doom because, you know, obviously you hear those noises, you're expecting a pinky to be behind you or whatever the case may be. So, dang it. Sorry, I wish I was able to show that to you. But one thing I guess I can go ahead and show, again, it's still the same thing where again we've got Afterburner here. Oh, I did it as Tough Man. Let me go to Tough Man real quick. Um, Tough Man MK2. We're gonna start that up. I haven't tried this one yet. I don't think. No, it's definitely not MK2. So again, there they were able to get it fixed so that way you could not use those. Again, I don't fault them for it. I'm not mad at them for it because that's the way it should be. Genesis, let's go Shinobi 3 real quick. I think this one works. Yep, but it has graphical glitches as you can see. Whereas before it did not have those graphical glitches. So they have fixed a lot of that. Ooh, wow, this is really bad. This is one of those games I do have to buy. I love Shinobi 3. I've got it on my 3DS, but obviously it's not the same. So anyways, I'll skip out of that because that looks awful. You know what? Just curious. Yeah, see, and some of the graphical glitches are now gone. Right there, I saw one. The start menu selection actually wasn't there. Whoops. So it still does work for some games. So it's not completely fixed. But for the most part, it's annoying enough that yeah, it's fixed. Man, I really need to delete this Barney game. Um, I just threw it on there because, of course, I owned it. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's get rid of it altogether. Actually, Bassmasters could probably go too because that's not anything I ever play. I got that game for free. So again, I threw it on there just because. Neo Geo CD loading times. Let's go to that real quick. I'll show you. One of the worst games when it comes to Neo Geo CD loading was Last Blade 2. Let me see. And Last Blade 2 was not a working game. I don't know if it still is. I do know I can plug my memory card in here, and it'll run off the original BIOS and it works fine. But then you still have the slower loading times. So what I'm going to do is, hold on, I can't talk and do things at the same time. Where is it at? There it is. All right, let's give it a shot and see what happens. And take a look at the loading time. Oh, ha! I have the other BIOS in there already. 1 second. Gotta get that removed. All right, now let's try it. Do I have another memory card in the system right now? 1 more second. Yep, I certainly did. All right. Okay, so Last Blade 2 still does not work. Okay, that's all right. Another one that had horrible loading times was, what was that shooter? Yeah, Last Resort. There it is. So watch this loading time and hold on a second. Don't blink because if you blink, it'll be gone pretty quick. There it is, right to the title screen. Look at that loading time. Just as if you're playing it off of a cartridge. See, that is what got me to make the decision of going ahead and letting my Neo Geo AES go. Well, that, and of course I wanted a motorcycle, so that's what paid for the motorcycle. I still actually have quite a few games. I think I have around 20 games still left to sell. So I'll probably do some upgrades on my bike too. So yeah, let me see here. Well, yeah, and part of with the 32X version of that game, it was actually using the Genesis sound chip for the music in Doom. So that's part of the reason why it sounded so bad. Same thing with Mortal Kombat 2. They went with the sound chip on the Genesis, and they did that a lot. They didn't fully utilize the 32X the way it should have been in order to really pull good power out of it. So Barney's hide and seek, man, it did hurt me, but I did have to remove it. Yes. King of Fighters, that you're right there. Let's actually go to King of Fighters 99. Boom. All right, let's go with Terry, Ryo, Mai, and Blue Mary. I'm not using my arcade stick, so we'll see how this goes. Come on. Oh, it's that direction. That's why I was failing. Oh, Chang. My favorite King of Fighters game in the series was 2000, but 99 probably is a close second. And then of course 94, it just had so much, again, nostalgia for me that, oh dang. Oh, yeah, the loading time is non-existent. I mean, it's awesome. Oh man, I love this stage. It is so beautiful. Okay, yeah. So you think is probably around the fourth container or so. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean this the Polymega is amazing. You know, all the people that were bashing it before even getting a chance to play it, you know, there were some mistakes made. That's obvious. But yes, I thought I was gonna miss them like that. Um, but it's it's my favorite console, really. Um, I play my Switch a lot, um, but I think my Polymega probably gets a lot more gameplay, and of course I'm buying games for the Polymega all the time. Pretty much anytime I'm out, I'll see some kind of new. Sorry, let's go this direction this time. I find something that I like that's an older game at a classic game store or something like that. Ooh, I just got a notification on my phone, which is what I use actually for my webcam, by the way. Um, is running at about 20% power. I didn't get my charge cord. I'm having trouble with my phone. It's one of those stupid iPhones that like the cord, if it moves the wrong way, it doesn't charge. So I had to recently purchase a dock for it so I can do wireless charging. But it's unfortunately not something I can use when streaming. So I think what I'm probably going to do is I have to purchase myself a webcam now that I know that my other issues are taken care of as far as streaming goes. Dang. Oh, did the webcam freeze? Maybe it's because I had that notification on the screen. Oh, hopefully that takes care of it. Thanks for letting me know. April 20th, 20, so last container for sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to my brother, see if I can help him at least try to get some information on his. Oh, dang. Oh, as far as my team goes, this is actually my favorite team here. Um, I've always loved Mai and Terry. Those were like my characters in the Fatal Fury series, so I had to go with them. And then Ryo, of course, from the Art of Fighting series. And usually, if there's a fourth character that I have to choose, I kind of just go random on it. Especially when it came to King of Fighters 2000, being able to have like the multiple strikers depending on which character you chose. I love that. So you might have like Smart Chang. That was just really cool. Um, let's go Maya again, and I'll start Terry next time. Oh, was it? Oh man, I'm gonna have to go back and see that. Was I in the middle of trying to say something and had a weird look on my face? Ah, come on. Ooh. Yeah. The As far as King of Fighters series go, basically after 2000, I felt it really started to go downhill. They were able to redeem themselves when they released what was it, 13? I think it was for the Xbox with those hand drawn sprites. Man, that game was beautiful. The characters were huge, and everyone knows that the game wasn't finished. Um, but uh, it looked amazing. I love the giant sprites. And then in the next game in the series, they made the sprites a little bit smaller, which, I guess a lot of. Oh, goodness gracious! I thought I was my again for a second for some reason. Um, so I mean, it was still good, but once they went back to 3D again, I hated it. But even King of Fighters 2001, 2002, I just I was not a fan anymore. I really wish 2000 would have come out on the Neo Geo CD. Ah. Okay, so 12 was the one that I was thinking of then first. I was disappointed because, I mean, the game was super easy, um, but I love the giant sprites, the beautiful giant sprites. Of course, Mai wasn't in that one, which maybe it's probably a good thing. I mean, giant sprites on top of other giant issues that she has might have been had to get them a mature rating. Come on, Rio. I do have 13 on my other arcade cabinet that I built, so I am able to play that. But I would like to be able to play 12 again. But yeah, no ending boss. It I don't know. It was just it did obviously felt unfinished, and I knew they were probably just needing some money, so they had to release what they had, and then finish it up and release a new game. It was sad that they had to do it that way, but whatever. Oh, dang. '98. Yeah, that's one that a lot of people go back to. I remember, especially '98 Dream Match on the Dreamcast. Um, I've gone back and played that one fairly recently, and I really don't like it. Um, Only because of the backgrounds when they've added kind of the 3D elements to some of the stages and that sort of thing. Um, oof. Um, but King of Fighters '98 for the Neo Geo, it was a good game. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to lie, but um, I wasn't as into that one as I was like this one or 2000 Ralph. Oh, Clark. That elbow drop on me made me feel like I was gonna Ralph. No. Oh, crap. I don't know why I was thinking Clark or Ralph was mine. I am having. There it goes. That sucked. So 12 was a disappointment, and the online was worse. Yeah, that's for sure. Um, yeah, I'm sure that game had to be pretty expensive to make with all those artists that were having to draw all those sprite assets, and it wasn't like just drawing a sprite like one of these. It took a lot more detail, and that animation. Oh, so smooth, so beautiful. I really wish they could have stuck to it. And I understand them kind of moving over to the 3D aspect. I mean, Street Fighter, they did it right. Street Fighter 4, that game, it was beautiful. It was, yeah, unfortunately it was no longer sprites either. But they did a great job with that game. Street Fighter 5, on the other hand, not a fan of that. But I wish they would have been able to keep up with the beautiful hand drawn sprites in the King of Fighters series for more than just two of the games, anyways. Um, Ultimate Match is the one that you played. Okay, on the PS4 Steam. All right. I don't think I've ever even played. Oops, I don't know what I just pressed there. Oh well. I don't even know if I've ever played Ultimate Match. Tekken 7, I've never played that one either. I wasn't a huge fan of the Tekken games. Oh, well, I take that back. I loved Tekken 1 and 2, and then I started kind of losing interest in 3D fighters by that point. Come on, dude. Wow, I didn't know you could do that. Block the first initial and then just smack. Nice. Not nice. Oh well, time's up. Benny Maru. This dude's messed up. What was the guy's name in Tekken that had giant hair like that? I want to say Jack, but that doesn't feel right for some reason. Oh, that sucks. Ah. Tekken Tag was definitely interesting. Kind of pulling in elements from other fighting games such as King of Fighters. Come on. Come on, Terry. Ah, dang it. Paul, yep, that's it. Ooh, nice. Not nice. I didn't think I was gonna make it through that one, to be honest. Let's go this way. Excuse me. Oh. I know I'm not going to be able to defeat Chrysalid here. I'll end up losing. Oh. Dang. Ah, oh, come on. Oh. Ha! Nothing like a punch to the crotch. Oh, come on. I should have at least, I haven't played this in forever, but should have at least gotten him down. I should not have had to pull out another character already. Because this is the easy version of Chrysalid. Dang, dude. Really? Wow. You know what would be really sad is if I got beat by the first version of him. Ah, crap. I was blocking. It might actually happen. Oh, maybe not. Really? Huh. So I had no idea. So the clock is what gives you your energy back, I guess? That's awesome. Yeah, King. I loved King. King was one of my favorite characters. Law, Yoshimitsu. See, I never realized that. Dang. Dang, dude. Dang. I'm not even going to get a hit on this guy. Ha! Well, I feel accomplished that he does not get a perfect. Ah, bad timing. All of it was bad timing, though. Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, that is probably about it for today. My battery is just about out here, anyways. But I want to thank you all for dropping on by and also being kind of a little bit of a, I guess, a test for me, because you were able to help me see whether or not my setup here is working. And it doesn't seem like I had much problem except for that little hiccup as far as my camera goes. And I hope to uh, get that taken care of fairly soon as well. But again, thank you very much for dropping on by. And again, guys, until next time, you know what? Keep on gaming.